Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakak Badash. I want to give double honors to elders and apostles at Great Millstone, who taught me this truth and rule well. And I want to say Shalom to you Akim and Akwat out there pursuing this truth diligently. Coming at you once again with another lesson. Alright, today is currently the 10th, alright, of October. It's currently in Sabbath. Alright, so Shabbat Shalom. And as most of you brothers know, for Esau, alright, today is so-called Columbus Day. Alright, October 10th, which is the day where on October 12th, 1492, alright, he came to the Americas, alright, and progressively over the course of time, murdered, raped, and robbed, and lied to, alright, the Gadites, alright, the so-called Native Americans, alright, also called the Indians sometimes incorrectly. So hey, that's exactly what this topic's about, alright, is Esau's lies, their murder, deceit, alright. Yeah, so without further ado, let's just hop right into it. Alright, so through the spirit, today just looking for topics, of course, came up that today was Columbus. Alright, I didn't even really originally realize, alright, because I don't keep track of all these bullshit ass holidays. I don't even know if there's a celebration for this or what, but they mark it on the calendar. Alright, so I looked up some things about Columbus, because of course we all know that Columbus was an Edo-mite, alright, and a piece of shit. So I just wanted to look up some random articles and see what they were saying about him. Alright, so this is from Business Insiders. It says, European colonizers killed so many indigenous Americans that the planet cooled down, a group of researchers concluded. Alright, so these fucking Edomites killed so many of our people that literally there was less body heat, so supposedly the planet cooled down because of this. Alright, it says, we got a few excerpts we're going to read from it. It says, following Christopher Columbus's arrival in North America in 1492, violence and disease killed 90% of the indigenous population, nearly 55 million people, according to a study published this year. It says diseases like smallpox, measles, and influenza, which colonizers brought to the Americas, were responsible for many millions of deaths. It says the new research also reveals that following this rapid population decline and the subsequent reduction in land use, there was a global cooling trend. And that, so hey man, this is furthermore proof, alright, that they're the Edomites, alright, and that society is currently ruled by the Edomites. Alright, if you look at the president, he's an Edomite. The people that are over the president, Edomite, alright, the people that are in rule on earth, alright, the elite, alright, shut your Rockefellers, alright, and so on and so forth, alright, what are they? They're all Edomites, alright, Edomites and Amalekites, and Amalekites are also Edomites as well, alright, they're just Edomites they're like a different, they're like a different, if we're treating them like animals, they got like a different coat pattern, alright, that's the only difference, alright, same demon, different name. Alright, they're slightly different, alright? A lot of the time the Amalekites are smarter when it comes to the things that they do than the Edomites, alright? The Edomites are really the dumbest of the dumb, alright? The Amalekites are the smarter of the Edomites, and then you got the Magog, alright, who's the stronger of the Edomites, alright? That's the Russians, alright? And the Amalekites, the 1948ers, the so-called Ish, alright? The Ish people. So hey, man, it's furthermore proving, alright, by what these people do, that who's in rule right now, alright, throughout the Bible, alright, proves that who these people are, alright, and the wicked is in rule, and that wicked is Esau Edom, alright. So hey, here we see it, and we see them killing our people. Look at this, that's not some small number, 90%, alright, violence and disease killed 90% of the indigenous population, alright, the Gadites, alright, nearly 55 million people, that's a lot of people, more so than they say. Well, I don't know what they say for the, let's see, so-called, let's see, 6 million. All right, supposedly, which we know it isn't that much. All right, but we're not going to talk too much on that. All right, 55 million is a whole lot more than 6 million. All right, you can go just about anywhere and find an Ish. All right, there's whole communities dedicated to Ish. All right, there's not too many places you can go and see Gadites. All right, now we know a lot of the Gadites look like so-called Negroes and Latinos. All right, as well as they might even look like so-called white people as well as any other nation. All right, but hey, you don't see a whole lot. You see a lot in Arizona back when I used to live in Arizona, but only in certain communities. All right, only in certain communities, and there's not a great deal number of them like they have in the Ish communities. All right, or you see them on the res. All right, getting treated like shit. So hey, man, these people got to go, and and they have a fucking holiday dedicated to this. All right, and a little cute little sailor with a little fucking telescope, all right, and his little stupid boat, all right, and people, happy Columbus Day. For what? What, happy the day? And I see why the Edomites celebrate this. I do. I see why the Edomites celebrate this, because this is the day where they, took over Babylon, all right, and could continue to basically, continue to let prophecy unfold, all right, through their wickedness, all right. As you see, I have a picture like this in my bear with me. It's like I have a picture like this. Should be the thumbnail. All right, I have a bunch of these combined together. So hey, there are people that are pissed about this. All right, mostly what do you see? Native Americans. All right, and so-called black and brown. All right, against this. Hey, but hey, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Hey, you should know by now that you are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of. Hey, and that means that nothing we're gonna do. This place isn't set up for us, man. All right, this place isn't set up for the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, who we are. All right, truly, we're the Israelites that the Bible speaks of. All right, but hey, man, no amount of protest or uprisals is gonna make these people change their mind. All right, they're in rule right now. And they're not going to step down until Yahweh Shem Shai forces them down, all right, through death and destruction. All right, so hey, we get these people are going to celebrate. So hey, you Edomites, go ahead and celebrate, I see why you're celebrating it, but hey, celebrate it while you can, all right? Because our power, Yahweh Shem Shai, is coming back, and he's gonna destroy you people, all right? And you're going to go into slavery, all right, much like you put us into slavery. All right, but the only difference is the captivity that you're going to be in, we're going to be doing it in righteousness, all right, and not in wickedness. All right, we're not going to be, sodomizing you like you did to us. All right, that's wicked. All right, that's unlawful. All right, and disgusting. All right, a lot of you are sodomites anyway. All right, but we're not going to be doing that. We're going to be ruling in righteousness. Will you be still getting, battered and beaten? Yes, but you're not going to be, doing all that sick, twisted shit. All right, like you did. That's for you. All right, that's for you, you heathens, you abominable human beings. All right, which really you're not even human, Esau. All right, really you're not even human. All right, so go ahead and celebrate while you can, Esau. We know you're going to. We know you love your little holidays. All right, go ahead and celebrate this while you can. You got Halloween coming up, so you can dress up and and frolic with the demons. Go ahead, hey, get it while you still can, Esau. All right, because hey, we know that your destruction's coming at an alarming rate. All right, it's rapidly approaching. Okay, and you Jakes, hey, why the fuck would you even celebrate this shit? All right, well, it's not Columbus Day now, brother. It's Indigenous Peoples Day. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. They gave you that day so you'd shut up. All right, that's what they did. You simple ass. A lot of you Jakes are dumb. You don't realize that was they gave you that holiday to shut up. That was it. Here you got here. Give those Native Americans, give those stupid Indians something to talk about. Here, give them a day. Just hey, make it on the same day as Columbus slaughtered them. And you dumbass Jakes out there, not just you so-called Native Americans, but you Latinos and so-called Negroes as well. We got a day. No, it's fucking Columbus Day rebranded. All right, just to get you to shut up, so you'd stop yelling and ranting and raving. All right. So you got an Indigenous Peoples Day, all right? It don't mean shit, all right? You just slapped a sticker on something. If I took a television set, all right, and slapped a sticker on it that called it a microwave, it doesn't make it a fucking microwave. It's still a TV. It's just saying that it's a microwave. This is still Columbus Day you're celebrating. You're celebrating the day that a so-called white man, all right, an Edo-mite, showed up in ships, all right, slaughtered your people, all right, raped your women, most of those women already having men too, all right, so bringing murder and adultery, all right, and wickedness, all right, and stealing your food as a fucking pillager and colonizer came in and stole all your land, stole everything, all right, and ultimately, got rid of your identity, got rid of your culture and your customs, all right, and forced you into a little tiny little piece of land that a lot of you are still dwelling on today, all right, those so-called reservations, all right, that's just a plantation, all it is, you know. But hey, you Jake, got to learn to stop taking everything at face value, all right? Just because it says Columbus Day or Indigenous People Day, all right, doesn't mean that it's not just a rebrand of Columbus Day. It's still Columbus Day, all right? It's still Columbus Day. Let's see what we got right here. We don't know anyway. It's a bunch of bullshit. But hey, it's not going to show us on here. What is Columbus Day called now? Indigenous People Day. Some states officially celebrate Indigenous People Day. All right. More than 130 cities replaced Columbus Day with Indigenous People Day. All right. But hey, when it came up on my phone today, I was checking the calendar. It's had both, Columbus Day and Indigenous People Day. So hey, they're going to cover it up. It's the same fucking thing. All right. It's the same fucking thing. So let's go back. Let's grab a scripture. All right. This is Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? All right. And who do you see everywhere? In the books, Esau, Edom. All right. And the movies that they make, Esau, Edom. All right. Where's another one? We'll grab it. I didn't have it, but here it is. This is Maccabees, First Maccabees 3:48. It says, we'll just start with First Maccabees 3:48. And laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images. All right, and like we did this recently. Or if you go and look up any biblical figure, all right, they're going to be white. All right, with the rare exception that sometimes they make them look like an Arab. Sometimes, and that's still not right either. All right. But hey, that's people trying to be politically correct now, all right? And they go, he was Arab. No, he wasn't. They want him to be anything. They want us, not just the Most High, all right, or the prophets, all right. But they want everyone to basically look like them, all right. And if they don't look like them, all right, they want them to not look like who they truly are. All right, they'd rather have them look like anything, all right, than to be so-called black people. All right, they'd rather have an Asian Jesus, all right, than to have the true version, to have the true name of Yahushua and to have him be a so-called black man. All right, they'd rather have a Jesus that was Asian, all right, than to admit that his true name is Yahushua and he's a so-called black man. All right, they would rather have that. All right, anything but admitting that it was a so-called black man. All right. Hell, they'd make them purple, anything, green, yellow. All right, anything. All right. They already made them red. Okay. So hey, man, you people, man, you people. We already know who you are, Esau. All right. It's through the scriptures that have been given us by the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right, and He's granted us return and allowed us to wake up through the prophets. All right, and this was all prophesied. All right, we know who you are now, Esau. You cannot hide. You cannot run. All right, you cannot change your identity again. All right, as you've done. All right, you can't do it. We know who you are. All right, we know who you come from. We know you're Edomites, and we know the history of the Edomites. All right, and what the Edomites did and what the Edomites have done. All right, and are continuing to do. All right. You can't bullshit your way out of this one. We already got you. All right, we got you by the foot. You can't, and it's locked down. All right, you can't wiggle your fucking way out of the trap. All right, out of the bear trap. All right, you're already in it. All right, and you're actually more like the meat grinder. All right, because the meat grinder slowly pull you in, and that's what's happening, Esau. All right, you're slowly getting pulled in that meat grinder, man. And there's no way for you to escape. It's already got you by the foot, man. There's no way, and you're not going to be able to chop your foot off and escape, man. It's done for you, Esau, all right? You got a little bit of rule left, but hey, you're really on the way out, all right? And we're so glad, all right? Call Allah Yahweh Shem Yahushai, all right? Because we want the hell out of this place, all right? Because you plaster your face all over every fucking thing, all right? Our book, all right, that was made for us, all right, that was given to us, all right, the Bible. You plaster your face all over that. You plaster your names all over that, all right, change names, all right, change things, all right, tweak little things, all right. You put your name in the movies that are dealing with the Bible, all right. Everything, all right. Anytime there's a scripture that has a so-called Negro nose, what do? You go and chisel it. You chisel it off, all right. Or if there's a painting of a person that looks like a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, what do? You go and whitewash it. That's where the term whitewash came from. You go and tone the skin down with your little paint brushes, all right. And that's when you're actually doing that and trying to change it. The other things you do is you might just tear down the wall completely, all right. You might just destroy the painting, all right, all out, all right. That's what you do because you don't want people to know who you are, all right, a so-called white man, all right, and who that person is. Once again, you are the Edo-mites, all right, the Edo-mites, all right, Idumeans, all right, the Edomites, Esau, all right, the dwellers of Mount Seir, all right. That's who you are, all right. That's who you are. And the elites, all right, the elites of your society, all right, that are over you white people, because you so-called white people, all right, because really a lot of you so-called white people don't even know what's fucking going on, all right, but the elites that are over you that are also so-called white people, they know what's going on, all right, they know what's going on, they know that they're Edomites, all right, such as the Rothschilds, all right, their name goes back to Red Shield, all right, Edomites, they're Edomites, they know they're Edomites, all right, they know they're Edomites. You don't even know who the fuck you are, a lot of you Edomites, all right? But your spirit knows you're Edomite, because when you come by camps or you hear this word, or anytime anybody brings it out, or you hear it, any way you get this truth, whether it's you hear it on YouTube or someone's talking about it, or on the highways and byways, your horns start to sprout, and you start fucking babbling and screaming and huffing and puffing and getting pissed off and saying, you're racist, you're a bunch of racists, you don't have the truth, Jesus Christ would never do that. You're right, Jesus Christ would never do that. But guess who would? Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and that's his true name, all right? The true power of the Bible, all right? His name isn't no Jesus Christ. His name isn't God. It's Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and Yahweh Shem Yahushai would do that. But you're all right. Jesus Christ would not do something like that, all right? Because Jesus Christ was made for white people, all right? It was made for white people by white people, and it was also made to deceive the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, to get them to worship a white person. All right, and a lot of you dumbass Jakes fell for it and went for it. All right, and even though you see this truth going out, all right, and the prophets teaching this word, all right, you say, no, I don't believe that. That's not Jesus. You're right, it's not Jesus. All right, it's not. All right, and you're going to stay with that Jesus doctrine, and it's going to fucking melt your ass, all right? And we're not going to feel any amount of sorrow for you because you've had the time to wake up. There's no J's in Hebrews, you fucking dumbass, all right? There's no J in Hebrew. His name cannot be Jesus, all right? You're on a low fucking vibration, all right? So when you people get melted, all right, when you people are destroyed, all right, and ravaged, all right, and ripped limb from limb, all right, and the chariots are blasting you down, and you're burning in lakes of fire, all right, Lord willing, we're of the elect, we're not going to have any ounce of sorrow for you, all right, we're not going to lament you, all right, we're not going to mourn your death or passing, we're going to celebrate it, all right, we're going to celebrate it because that means that the wicked is no longer on rule, okay? So, Esau, Edom, enjoy your Columbus Day, all right, get it while you can, all right? I know, somewhere you're probably doing some wicked shit, all right? Probably doing some weird fucking sacrifice. I wouldn't be surprised if there's something going on in Bohemian Grove today, all right? Secretly lynching some of our people, all right? So it says, this is another one. It says 9 reasons Christopher Columbus was a murderer, a tyrant, and a scoundrel. And the tagline is, why do we even celebrate Columbus Day? All right? And I guess Dylan Matthews, it sounds like a so-called Edomite name, but you never know. All right, and you Jakes have no reason celebrating this. All right, you Jakes have no reason celebrating any holiday. All right, but Columbus Day and 4th of July, those are 2 holidays that why the fuck would you even? Those are directly not made for you. All right, the Halloween they play that up as just a dress up day. All right, but why would you celebrate Columbus Day or 4th of July? All right, this ain't even your independence, Jake. We ain't even got independence yet. What the fuck are you talking about celebrating independence or celebrating the day that a so-called white man, all right, an Edo-mite came and stole a bunch of lands from your brethren, all right, from your brothers, all right? Why would you do that? All right, it's stupid. It says right here, it says Columbus kidnapped a Carib woman and gave her to a crew member to R to the A to the P to the E. All right, and I'm not going to speak too much on this because I don't know if she was married or not. If she was married, then hey, that's it, that was wicked. But if she wasn't married, I'm just going to leave that. It says on Hispaniola, a member of Columbus's crew, publicly cut off an Indian's ears. And you got to realize here, when they're speaking of Indian, they're not speaking of Indians from India. They're speaking of the name that they gave to the Native Americans, which so-called Native Americans, who really go back to the Gadites. All right, so that's two names that they aren't. All right, they're not a Native American and they're not Indians. All right, those people are really Gadites. It says Columbus's crew publicly cut off an Indian, a so-called Native American's ears to shock others into submission. It says Hispaniola now divided between the Dominican Republic and Haiti. Ooh, Dominican Republic and Haiti. Here, let's go grab something real quick. We're going to go into my folder here and grab this, the 12 Tribes the 12 Tribes sign, Slakia. Go over here. What does it say? It says Hispaniola is now divided between the Dominican Republic and Haiti. Let's see. We got Simeon, all right, which are the Dominicans, the so-called Dominicans, and then we got Levi, the so-called Haitians. All right, so this time they were dealing with Levi and Simeon. All right, you so-called Haitians and Dominicans. All right, so that's who he was dealing with at this point in time. All right, let's see what happened to you. After an attack by more than 2,000 Indians, Columbus had an underling, Alonso de Ojeda, bring him 3 Indian so-called. We're just gonna say Gadites. He had him bring 3 Gadite leaders who Columbus then ordered, if they were over here, they would have been not Gadites, but whom we're just going to say Israelites. 3 Israelite leaders whom Columbus then ordered publicly beheaded. All right, Ojeda also ordered his men to grab another Israelite, bring him to the middle of his village, and cut off his ears in retribution for the Israelites failing to be helpful to the Spaniards when fording a stream. All right, and the Spaniards, a lot of the Spaniards, people from Spain, were the conquistadors, and they're Edomites as well. It says Columbus kidnapped and enslaved more than 1,000 people in Hispaniola. Again, speaking of the so-called Dominicans and the so-called Haitians. All right. It says, according to Canillo, Columbus ordered 1,500 men and women seized, letting 400 go and condemning 500, and it's a way bigger number than this, to be sent to Spain, another 600 to be enslaved by Spanish men, conquistadors, those were Edomites, remaining on the island. About 200 to 500 sent to Spain died on the voyage and were thrown by the Spanish into the Atlantic. All right, thrown by the Edomites into the Atlantic. Columbus forced Indians to collect gold for him or else die. All right, we got about 50,000 Israelites, and I think I said Indians, but Israelites. About 50,000 Israelites committed mass suicide rather than comply with the Spanish Edomites. 56 years after Columbus's first voyage, only 500 out of 300,000 Israelites remain on Hispaniola. Columbus was also horrible to the Spanish under his rule. He was just a piece of shit all over in general, all right? It said settlers under Columbus sold 9 and 10-year-old girls into sexual slavery, all right? And we're not going to go too much into that, all right? Because, if their thing had been done, all right, if they had bled, then, that's a completely different story if they were already bleeding, all right? But a lot of time, 9 and 10, that's cutting it a little young. Indian slaves were beheaded when the Spanish captors couldn't be bothered to untie them. All right, because all these nowadays they got all these growth hormones that make you go younger. But in normal times, for puberty for men and women, it's like I know women go a little bit further, but it's like 11, 12. By the time you hit 12 as a man, if you're a 12-year-old, they say a boy, but if you're 12-year-old and as a male, you're really a man at that point. Same as when you bleed as a female, that's when you become into womanhood. All right. So we don't know the situation. What he could have been doing is off. It could have been, it depends. It depends on the situation. All right. So we're not going to speak on that. All right. Now Hispaniola. All right. As it says, Hispaniola is the most populous island in the West Indies. After the island of Cuba, of course, we read it. It's Dominican Republic and Haiti. All right. Basically, it's a combination of those people. All right. These languages they speak: Spanish, French, and Haitian Creole. All right, and Taino, I don't know what that is. Spoken by Taino people of the Caribbean, all right, at the time of Spanish contact, all right, so that might be a mixed language too, but we know how the French got there. We know how that French language got in there, all right. Let's go over here. Here's another thing people don't omit, all right, again with lies. Let's grab some more, all right. I haven't done another scripture in a minute, all right. It says, So Micah 2:1 through 2 and 3. All right, speaking of exactly what Columbus did. All right, woe to them that devise iniquity, iniquity being sin upon sin, and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. They have the power to do these things, all right? They have the power to get on boats and come and kill a bunch of people and murder a bunch of people and rape their women, all right, and commit adultery and steal and lie, all right, and feed doctrines into these people, all right? They have the power to do that, all right? So what do? They do those things, all right? As it says, when the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hands. They do these things, all right? And they haven't stopped. They continue to do them. They're still doing them this day, all right? And they're continuing to do them until eventually Yahweh Hashem Yahushai comes back and destroys these people, and they won't be able to do it anymore, all right? And that day of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai coming back is approaching ever so fast, all right, Esau? So really, I'd be scared as fuck right now if I were you, all right? It says, verse 2. Let's continue actually from verse 1. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. And they covet fields. All right? Let's grab that term before we continue on. What does covet mean? All right?
Covet.
Yearn to possess or have something. To really want it. They really want to have it. They really want to have it. All right? Have one's heart set on. To want. All right? To really want it. All right? And they really want fields. All right? And they covet fields and take them by violence. Who does that? I'm going to stop you right there. Who does that? All right. Before anybody, everybody got it done. Who does it in the mass amount? Who does it in mass amount? Who's the one? Who are the colonizer? Who are the conquistadors? Who are the ones that do this in a mass amount? All right. That conquer and kill and pillage and take lands. Who does it? Oh wait. Who does it? All right. Ding, ding, ding. All right. If you answered Edo-mites, all right, or the so-called white man, all right, either of those answers will do. All right. And congratulations, you win. All right, and the prize you win is that you're not completely, bugged out. All right, with a weird doctrine. Well, I can't say that. Some of you people might, have that and have some bugged out doctrine hanging out in the back. Congratulations, you know a lot more than the most people do. All right, there you go. That's your congratulations. All right, and they covet fields and take them by violence. That's the Edomites. That's the so-called white people. There's no denying it. No getting around. So other people do it, not to the scale that Esau does it. No, they don't. No, they do not. All right. No, they do not. Whose face is on the money? Oh, wait. All right, you should have the same answers you just answered before. So-called white people. All right, Esau, Edom. That's who's in rule. All right, you know who's in rule by whose face is on the fucking money, man. You know? Get with the fucking program, Jake. And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. They took your heritage away. You're not an Israelite anymore. Now what are you? You're black. You're not a Israelite anymore. What are you now? You're a Mexican. You're not an Israelite anymore. What are you? You're a Native American, all right, or an Indian, all right. You're not an Israelite. Now you're a Dominican, all right, or a Haitian. Or a Cuban, all right? They've taken your heritage away from you. You don't even know who the fuck you are. You got to realize the so-called black people are one of the only peoples that don't even know where they're coming from, and they think black is a race. Black isn't a race, man. It's a color, all right? They took away, and they got you thinking that okay, you got white people that come from several different places, all right? You got Latinos that come from several different places, but they've put it into your mind. They've brainwashed you. These white people have brainwashed you to think that all white black people only come from one place, and it's Africa, all right? And it's bullshit, all right? Don't come from Africa, all right? The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans don't come from Africa or Mexico or Spain. They come from Israel, all right, because they're Israelites, all right? And, of course, they're going to hide that because if you found that out, you'd know you're an Israelite, and that would make them, obviously, have to be the Edomites, all right? So, of course, they don't want you knowing that, Jake. Get with the program. Verse 3, therefore, thus saith the Lord, behold, against this family do I devise an evil. The Most High, all right, the Lord, all right, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is devising an evil against that family being Esau, Edom, all right. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, behold, against this family do I devise an evil, from which ye shall not remove your necks, neither shall you go haughtily, and haughtily means proudly, all right, for this time is evil, all right. The Most High is going to tear your asses up, all right, and he's swearing. Hey man, get with the program, all right? Your ass is gonna get tore up too if you stay in that spirit, all right? Well, these people are swearing, they don't got it. He's not using the right name. His name's Jesus. You're gonna get destroyed right along with your best friend, the devil, all right? You're gonna get destroyed right along with your best friend, the so-called white person. That's who you're gonna get destroyed. Hey, grab hands with Esau, all right? and put a little circlet of flowers around your head and fucking go frolic through the daisies, all right, as the nuclear missiles come down and destroy both of you, all right, because you're right in the back, you fucking got your hand in the back pocket of Esau, all right, walking around like a prison yard bitch, all right, that's what you're doing, all right. And you're going to get destroyed right along with them. Why? Because you're eating up all that doctrine, all right, and all those worshiping all the false gods that they set up for you, all right, and falling after Esau. And guess what? Hey, two-thirds are going to have to go, all right? Let's grab that. Zephaniah 13:8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. That third part being the elect. All right? So there's going to be 1/3 that's saved and 2/3 that are not saved. That's a bigger number than 1/3 if you can do your math. Hell, I'm not even good at math that much, and I can tell you that 2/3 is a lot bigger than 1/3. That's more. All right? That's more. Okay, do we need to go back into school and do the pie graph for you? All right, and that's why a lot of Israel. That's why 2/3 are gonna be cut off, because a lot of you jakes are fucking dumb. All right, and you're too busy smoking weed and committing adultery and being witches, all right, and worshiping idols, all right, and lusting after women, all right, and seeing what the fucking box can do for you, and toting guns and killing and being murderers and liars, all right, and basically being little version mini Esau's, all right. Why? Because you've eat up the doctrine. All right, we're black. It's our culture. It's our culture. It's a death. That's a death culture that Esau has set up for you. All right, our culture is not murder and robbery, all right, and fucking flexing Dracos on people, all right, and being thugs and being in the cartel, all right, and being alcoholics living on the res. Oh, he's being raised. No, I'm telling you how it is. That's the lowest state that our people are in right now. That is the state we're in. That's not our natural state. That's not our culture. That's not our heritage. That's what the white man set up for us. That's why we are in the state we are in, Jake. You're destroyed, all right? Let's get this. Let's get both of these. Let's get both of these. Jeremiah 4:22 and Hosea 4:6. All right. So let's start with Jeremiah 4:22. This is gonna lead you. That mindset's gonna lead you to death. All right, man. It's gonna lead you to death because a lot of you dumb. That's just how it is. Jeremiah 4:22. My people is foolish. Who is the Most High's people? All right. Who? Well, everyone's the most. Wrong. The Most High's people are the Israelites. That's it. He's only dealing with the Israelites. He's not dealing with the white people or the red dot Indians or the Ishmaelites or Chinese. All right, none of these people. Who's he dealing with? The Israelites. All right. Well, we could be grafted in. Look up the term of again. Go to that scripture. All right. Go to it. It says grafted in again. All right. Now go and look what again means. All right, and I ain't gonna even get into that. I've already got into it before. All right, look what again means. All right, and then shut your mouth up because you can't return to something. If I was a millionaire again, that would mean that I had to been a millionaire and lost all my money and was no longer a millionaire. But now I'm a millionaire again, which means once again I'm a millionaire. All right, so if I was already part of the tree and I fell off and I grafted in again, I'm back where I originally was. It's a simple thing. Look up again and then shut your mouth up and never speak of it again because a lot of you are on a low level. You're on that vocab Malone spirit, dumb as shit, don't know a goddamn thing, all right? And I'm not saying I'm some grand intelligent being. I'm still learning in the truth, but a lot of you are fucking dumb. A lot of you are really fucking dumb, all right? You're in that vocab Malone, oh, you could be grafted. Look up again. Look up what again means. Anybody knows what that means, all right? If I went and got pizza, all right, and then I went and got pizza again, that means I had once already got pizza. All right, if it was my first time ever having pizza, I wouldn't say I'm going to go get pizza again. I would say I'm going to go get pizza. All right, I wouldn't say again. All right, you dummies. Damn, man, you people are on a low-ass level. Jeremiah 4:22, for my people is foolish, they have not known me. They are sottish children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. You have your wise oh, this is how you strap up a clip. You strap these 2 clips together, you tape them together, and now you got a 30-round clip, even though 30-round clip are banned. Or you know how to roll a blunt. You make a song about rolling blunts, all right? Or I'll tell you how to sneak around with a woman when her man ain't at home. And tell you all that, all right? Tell you all that, how to cut up the coke, all right, and lace it to get the best profit, all right? But you can't even tell, what's the Most High's name? Jesus Christ. Wrong. Destroyed. Straight to the burning pile. Straight to the burning pile with you, all right? You're wise to do evil, but to do good you have no knowledge, Jake. No knowledge. And that's the problem, all right? It's like that, it's that Chris Rock joke that he took, all right? And he's a wicked-ass, fucking dumbass Jake, all right? He is a Jake, but he's dumb, all right? He's wicked, and the Most High is going to put him to death unless he repents, all right? But he has that thing, he says, he said, I'll just say ninjas, all right, but he says, they always like to keep it real, all right, real dumb, all right, and that's the state of our people. Our people love keeping it real, all right, real fucking stupid, all right, that's how it goes, all right. You hate our people, you hate your own people, brother. No, I don't. None of us hate our people, all right. Well, we're getting to the point where we hate what our people do. We do not hate our people. When we say we hate Jake, all right, or we're done with Jake, or Jake's a dumbass, we hate Jake, we don't literally mean that we actually hate Jake. We hate what Jake's doing, all right? We wish that dumbass weed smoking, adultery doing, fucking crack rock smoking, fucking bugged out pork eating Jake walking down the street, all right? We wish that he would stop what he's doing and turn back to the Lord, all right? We don't wish him death. We don't want him to die, but we know it's going to have to happen, all right? We know it's going to have to happen because, hey, man, that pork demon gets on people hard. All right? A lot of people are willing to die to eat pork, man, all right? Hey, it's not in your best interest, Jake. Not in your best interest. This is Hosea 4:6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Again. A lot of you, Jake, are going to be destroyed because you don't know shit. All right, Hosea 4:6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. Not only do you have lack of knowledge, you reject knowledge. When somebody tries to tell you, hey, Jesus Christ isn't name. His name is really Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. The Son's name is Yahushai, and the Father's name is Yahweh. When you call on them, you say Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. All right, which means the Father in the name of the Son. You don't want to hear that. No. Why? Because Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai don't let you eat pork. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai don't let you sleep with another man's wife. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai don't let you smoke weed, all right? Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai don't let you do all the wickedness that you want to do, all right? And eat pork, all right? Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai doesn't let you do any of those things, because why? Those things are wicked. And so what do when you hear it? You reject it. You don't want to hear it. You get away from it. You run in the opposite direction. Have your ears and your fucking fingers in your ears, plugging them up, as you run away because you don't want to hear it. Guess what? Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, and that thou should be no priest to me, seeing that thou hast forgotten the law of thy power. I will also forget thy children. All right, you didn't want to hear it. Guess what? He doesn't want to deal with you. Straight to the burning pits with you. All right, straight to the lake of fire with you. All right, and it's gonna be gnashing of teeth. No, and hey, it's gonna be too late in that time, man. You can't repent when you're dead, Jake. All right, and we got slightly off topic, but hey, man, a lot of you, Jake, don't even know what's going on. All right, get with the program, man. Get with the program. The Esau Edom is not your friend. Not your friend. Okay, back to Micah 2:1 to 2:3. All right, it's locked for the diversion. All right, it must be done. All right, it must be done, because man, you've been deceived, and now you love it. You love the deceiving. You consider the deception of Esau Edom to be your culture. All right, that's your culture now. Your culture, Jake, is a deception. All right, that's what it is. Verse 2, and they covet fields and take them by violence. Who do? The Edomites. And houses, and take them away, so they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, behold, against this family do I devise an evil, from which ye shall not remove your necks, neither shall you go haughtily, proudly, for this time is evil. You ain't getting off the hook on this one, Esau. All right, you ain't getting off the hook. All right, you gotta see this one out. We're seeing this one through. All right, you gotta see your destruction through. Don't be a pussy. All right, as you say, or don't be a pussy about it. Don't be a pussy. All right, hey, don't be a pussy about it. You gotta see it out, man. You gotta serve your slavery and go through your destruction. Hey, As they would say, be a man about it, all right? And we know, we're antagonizing. I'm antagonizing, all right? But hey, it's it sucks when you have to have a taste of your own medicine, all right? Except this medicine is going to be a lot more bitter, all right? And it's not going to have all those poison ingredients in it, all right? It's going to be smooth, all right? And it's not going to have a bunch of wickedness in it, all right? So Christopher Columbus, Hebrew translator, as you can see, I typed in here. All right, again with the lies. All right, another thing, we're getting into lies now. The lies of Esau, Edom. We talked about the death and the destruction. We have more scriptures coming about that later. All right, and the wickedness that they've put our people through. But also Esau, Edom. All right, Christopher Columbus, as we're speaking of here, was also a well-known liar. All right, all Edomites are liars. All right, can we grab that? This is we'll grab Psalms 55 and 21 first. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. Slakia. His words were softened in oil, yet were they drawn swords. And we're going to get that when we deal with the March 1504 situation. All right, let's go on to Psalms 58 and 3. It reads, Psalms 58 and 3. The wicked, Esau, Edom, the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent, that they are like the deaf adder that stoppeth his ear. All right, and hey, who was Eve speaking to in the garden? All right, I'm not gonna go there, but hey, should add up. Who do you think? Let's go back. All right, let's go to let's go back here. All right, to the as I typed in Christopher Columbus, Hebrew translator. All right, Luis de Torres. All right, most likely a Spanish name conquistador. All right, let's see, but he was from Spain. Spanish. There we go. Yep. So he's an Edomite too. All right, but he was a Hebrew translator. Why did he bring a Hebrew translator? Think about it for a minute. All right, I'll let you ponder. Why would he do that? You got it? Any ideas coming to your mind? All right, maybe it's because he knew that the Israelites were there, all right, the Gadites were there, all right, and that they'd be speaking in Hebrew, all right. Edomites. These people are Edomites, all right, and they killed our people, all right. They killed our people because they're Edomites, all right, and they wanted our land, all right, and they want everything from us. Jake can't have nothing. Edomites want it all right. Says Luis de Torres was Christopher Columbus's interpreter for the first voyage of America. De Torres was a converso, apparently born Joseph Bon Halvry, chosen by Columbus for his knowledge of Hebrew, Chaldaic, and Arabic. All right, and notice how they listed Hebrew first. All right, and Chaldaic. Let's get that. What is that? Chaldeans. Interesting. Of Hebrew, Chaldaic, and Arabic. Hey, man. They're going to lie about the lies that they lied about. All right? But hey. It's like you. But hey. We know these things are coming out. All right, Esau's revealing things accidentally. All right, and it's not really accidentally. They're revealing things what they think is accidentally, but really it's the Most High making them reveal these things. All right, so hey, you're a liar, man, and we know you came, and you had a Hebrew translator. All right, let's continue on. We're not going to go too much into that. That's plain. All right, you can think that all you need to think is why would he have a Hebrew translator if the people that were there were not Hebrew, all right? And all this does is further prove the point that the so-called Indians that were there, the so-called Native Americans, all right, that are really the Gadites, all right, they were Israelites, all right? They are Israelites, all right? They were and still are Israelites, all right? And that's why he knew this. He knew this. He knew there were Hebrews there. He knew there were Israelites there, all right? And that's why he brought a Hebrew interpreter, all right? So there ain't no getting around it. More of Esau's lies. Let's get on to the March 1504 lunar eclipse, all right? It says, a total lunar eclipse occurred on the 1st of March 1504, visible at sunset for Americas, and later overnight over Europe and Africa, and near sunrise over Asia. All right, let me grab a drink. All right. Christopher Columbus, the Edo-mite, in an effort to induce the inhabitants of Jamaica, ooh, let's get that, ooh, Jamaica, ooh, look at this, you got Benjamites, ooh, Benjamite, ooh, so they're dealing with Benjamites, all right. Christopher Columbus, in an effort to induce the inhabitants of Jamaica, all right, the Benjamites, to continue provisioning him and his hungry men, to basically, in an effort to get the Benjamites to continue to feed his lazy fucking ass, all right, and his men that were lazy as fuck. Sound like Edomites, don't they? Always fucking lazy. Successfully intimidated them by correctly predicting a total lunar eclipse for March 1st, 1504, all right, and you can see a lunar eclipse here, all right, when it turns red. It says visible on the evening of 29th February in the Americas. Some have claimed that Columbus used the ephemeris, all right, of the German astronomer Regiomontanus, but Columbus himself attributed the prediction to the almanac by Abraham Zacuto. All right, so let's go. What happened? It says, on the 30th June, 1503, Christopher Columbus, the Edo-mite, beached his last two caravels, all right, as you can see, and was stranded in Jamaica. The indigenous people of the island welcomed Columbus. The Benjamites welcomed Columbus and his crew and fed them, but after 6 months, they halted the food supply. They're probably like, man, what the fuck? Get your own fucking food. Damn, man. You're eating us out of house and home. Dissatisfied with what the Spaniards could provide and trade, they probably didn't have shit, all right, because Esau always tries to scam you out. I'll offer you a stick if you give us 355 pounds of food. Fuck that. Columbus had on board an almanac authored by Abraham Zacuto of astronomical tables collecting the years of 1475 through 1506. Upon consulting the book, he noticed the date and the time of an upcoming lunar eclipse. He was able to use this information to his advantage. Here comes the lies of the Edomites. He requested a meeting for that day with the cacique, the leader, all right, and told him that God was angry with the local people's treatment of Columbus and his men. Columbus said that God would provide a clear sign of displeasure by making the full moon, the rising full moon appeared in flame with wrath. The lunar eclipse and the red moon appeared on schedule, and the indigenous people, all right, the Benjamites people were impressed and frightened. The son of Columbus, Ferdinand, wrote that the people, with great howling and lamentation, they came running from every direction of the ships, laden with provisions, praying the admiral to intercede by all means with God on their behalf, that he might not visit his wrath upon them. All right, so he had even the Benjamites fucked up in the mind. So Columbus went into his cabin ostensibly to pray. No, he didn't. He didn't pray. And timed the eclipse with his hourglass. Shortly, maybe prayed to Satan. Shortly before the totality ended after 48 minutes, he told the frightened indigenous people that they were going to be forgiven. When the moon started to reappear from the shadow of earth, he told them that that God had pardoned them. That's some wicked fucking shit. All right, and you know what the thing is, that Christopher Columbus is back today. All right, more than likely. All right. Because, of the, reincarnation, all right? So unless he's died within the last 10 years, again, all right? So he could be back currently, all right? Let's continue on. So let's grab more scriptures. Psalms 55 and 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords, all right? Let's go over to this. This is Esau's bullshit little page called Truth About Columbus, all right? Remember everything that we read now. It says, myth, Columbus did not actually discover anything. Fact, Columbus discovered America. Then when he set sail in 1492, no one on either side of the Atlantic knew the other was there. His voyage initiated the first continuous engagement with the people of the African and the European and American continents. He brought together diverse cultures previously unknown. Bullshit. All right, let's go to the next lie. Columbus committed genocide. Columbus did not commit genocide. He sought to form... Bullshit. Columbus had been blamed for bringing disease. Bullshit. Columbus induced slavery. Slavery was common. Bullshit. Columbus sought to force the natives to work. He resisted efforts to force the bullshit. All right, he was a brutal man. Columbus sought to restrain his men from mistreating. Bullshit. Columbus forced his religion on the natives. You know, and they say that he didn't. Bullshit, 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 bullshit. All right, all bullshit. This whole thing is a bunch of bullshit. Okay. So there's their lies. All right, let's grab Psalms 58:3 once again. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. All right, speaking lies. They're a liar. All right, and here we're just gonna debunk the top one. Columbus did not actually discover anything. Columbus discovered America when he set sail in 1492. No one on either side of the Atlantic knew. Bullshit. Bullshit. You ever heard of Leif Erikson? Bullshit. Everybody knows about Leif Erikson. It's bullshit. Columbus didn't even fucking discover America. Leif Erikson did it like 500 fucking years before Columbus. People knew that there are Hebrews there. All right? It was well known. Okay? Christopher Columbus didn't discover shit. He came to set up his to start the new world, a new world where Edo-mites could be. All right? To kill off everybody and take over land and colonize. That's what he came for. All right, and eventually down the line, you'd have the elites that would come about and attempt to establish this new world order, create the Illuminati. All right, and all that. It's all just a big plan. Esau's takeover. All right. So who's Leif Erikson? Leif Erikson, also known as Leif the Lucky, was a Norse explorer who was thought to have been the first European to set foot on North America, approximately half a millennium before Christopher Columbus. According to the sagas of the Icelanders, he established a Norse settlement in Vinland, which is usually interpreted as being coastal North America. There is an ongoing speculation that the settlement that made by Leif and his crew corresponds to the remains of a Norse settlement found in Newfoundland, Canada, called I'm not going to even try to pronounce that, which was occupied 1,000 years ago. All right, carbon dating, that's a bunch of bullshit. All right, he was a son of Eric the Red. Let's continue on. Let's read through some of this. Says, the saga of Eric, we're right here, discovering Vinland. All right, the saga of Eric the Red and the saga of the Greenlanders, both thought to have been written about around 1200. Contain different accounts of the voyages to Vinland, usually interpreted as coastal North America. The only two known strictly historical mentions of Vinland are found in the works of Adam of Bremen and the Book of Icelanders. All right, compiled by Ari the Wise. Account in the saga of Eric the Red. According to this saga, Leif discovered Vinland, and let me grab a drink. There's a lot of talking. According to this saga, Leif discovered Vinland after being blown off course on his way from Norway to Greenland. All right. All right. There's Greenland. All right. He was going from Norway. All right. Which is right there. If we can get a bigger picture. All right. Norway. All right. Can we get an even bigger picture? No, we can't. All right, so Norway. So he was going to Norway to Greenland, all right, or maybe down this way, and got blown off course, all right, and ended up here, all right, or they maybe say here, all right. Either way, all right. They're gonna try to say that it was Canada. We know it was probably let's just say it was the United States. They don't want it because they want Christopher Columbus to be the first one. He landed in the United States, man. You know he did. They're just lying. All right, so he got blown off course. Whoop! He was trying to go to Greenland, over here. Whoop! Or down here. Whoop! Oops! A little bit of a doozy. All right, says blown off course on his way from Norway to Greenland. Prior to this voyage, Leif had spent time at the court of Norwegian King Olaf Tryggvason, where he had converted to Christianity. When Leif encountered the storm that forced him off course, accompanied by a priest, he had been on his way to introduce Christianity to the Greenlanders. After they had arrived at an unknown shore, the crew member embarked and explored the area. They found wild grapes, self-sown wheat, maple trees. Afterward, they loaded up their ship and sailed eastward, rescuing a group of shipwrecked sailors along the way. Leif did not return to Vinland, but others from Greenland and Iceland did, including Thorfinn Karlsensvi or whatever. All right, and you got down here, if you want to continue to read it on. All right, it talks about them, and they killed a couple, all right, of natives, so-called natives, all right, but it wasn't like any type of the slaughter. So-called wasn't any type of the slaughter that Columbus did. All right, and that's probably the reasons why they celebrate Columbus, because he utterly slaughtered them. And this is the count. They said the Native Americans actually tried to kill him. All right, they shot him. All right, shot him. There's probably stuff that went down. But hey, again, they said that Columbus was the first one that discovered it. All right, so hey, man, liars, liars. Psalms 58:3. Once again, the wicked are estranged from the womb; they go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the death adder that stoppeth her ear. All right. So hey, man, they're liars, liars. All right. And this is Numbers 35:33. You're murderers. You're liars. All right. You're thieves. All right. So hey, this is for you. Numbers 35. Well, this is for us, so you can know, so we can know who you are. All right. What's going to happen? This is for you to know what's going to happen to you, Esau. Listen up. Numbers 35:33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. So in order for this land to be cleansed, all right, and all this land, it's not just Babylon that you've spread the blood in, you've spread it all across the world, all right, your blood has to be shed, all right, your blood has to be shed, all right, and then after this place is burned up, all right, we're not going to be dwelling in Babylon anymore, all right, it's going to be a place for wild beasts, wild animals, unclean creatures, all right, foul abominations, all right, that we're not going to be eating. All right, it's going to be just for the wilderness and animals. All right, this is Jeremiah 49:10. Well, this is what's going to happen to you, Esau. All right. Ooh, fuck you. All right, this is already happening. All right, that scripture should have actually been. Let's reopen it. Yeah, we'll reread that in a minute. This is Jeremiah 49:10. All right, so hey, you're being uncovered, Esau. All right, we know who you are. All right, we know your heritage. All right, and better than a lot of your people even know it. All right, Jeremiah 49:10. All right, it reads, all right, Jeremiah 49:10. But I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. All right, so hey, man, you're not going to be able to hide yourself or hide who you are or cover up or, any of that. All right, the Most High is going to uncover you. All right, you're not going to be able to hide from the Lord. You're not going to be able to hide who you are from the Lord or from the Lord's people. Hey, man, it's coming. It's coming to about who you are. All right, the so-called white man. All right. A.K.A. Esau Edom, all right? Or Esau Edom, A.K.A. the so-called white man, is really the way it should be, all right? Also known as, all right? Psalm 64:1-8, to the chief musician, a psalm of David. Hear my voice, O power, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. That they may shoot in secret at the perfect, suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter, they commune of laying snares privately, they say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities and accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. But the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow, and suddenly shall they be ruined. So shall they make their own tongue fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. All right, and that's what these people are doing by putting out these little things. Guess what? We're tracing it back. How you have carbon dating, we have the Holy Spirit. All right, and through that we can trace back who you are, and we did. All right, and we found out that you're Esau Edom. All right, so-called white man. All right, that's who you are, Esau Edom. All right, and that's how we found out who we are, who you are. All right, and who the other nations are. All right, all the heathens. All right, through tracing. All right, you got brothers that I'm not so good in, like doing the with the history parts. All right, a lot of brothers can do the tracing of the maps. All right, and do they were here and this is where we went down. I'm not. Every brother's got their own skill. I'm not too great at the history aspect. But hey, man, every brother's got their thing, and brothers brought that out. And we have that information. Okay? So, hey, your tongue's falling upon yourself. And, really, it's Yahweh Shem Yahushai that's doing it. All right? You don't realize this, but you're doing it. All right? This is Genesis 27 and 40. All right, and you're probably, and you, Jake, might be asking, well, why is the Most High letting this happen to us? All right, and that's because of the wickedness and iniquity and the worshiping of false gods. We did all these things. We'll go read Deuteronomy. All right, these are the curses that have been put on us. Okay, because we didn't hearken to the Lord. All right, it said, all right, that if we stop doing all this wickedness and we don't do this wickedness and we hearken to the word of the Lord, all right, all these basically a list of blessings, all right, a list of blessings, those would come upon us. But if we didn't hearken to the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushai and continue to be wicked, all right, as we did, all these curses would come upon us, all right, and one of those curses was and your enemies. I'll grab that. Let's see. Yeah, let's grab. Yeah, let's. This is perfect. Actually, this is perfect. This is actually a perfect one. I was gonna get something else. I was gonna get like the actual. And actually get like the full curses. So, curse shall be your basket, your store. I can't remember how it's worded. Curse shall be your. Yeah, curse shall be the. Yeah, 28 and 17. All right. If you go up here, I'm not going to read the whole thing. If you start with just read Deuteronomy chapter 28. At the top, it's blessings, but when you get down to 15, all right, and that's when the curses start coming. This is what could have happened. All right, but 15 and down is what ended up actually happening. Why it says, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. And as it goes on, all right, let's actually grab one. Verse 25, the Lord shall cause thee to be smitten before thine enemies. Thou shalt go out one way against them, and flee 7 ways before them, and shall be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth. All right? So, hey, if you go back up here, it said, this is what would have happened. All right? It said, the Lord shall cause the enemies that rise up against thee to be smitten before thy face. They shall come out against thee one way, and flee before thee 7 ways. So, hey, it would have been complete opposite. All right? But we went off. All right? So, this is the, where'd it go? This is the version we got, all right? We're going to be getting messed up by our enemies, all right? We got diseases and pestilences coming upon us, all right? Verse 21, the Lord shall make the pestilence cleave unto thee, and he shall, until he hath consumed thee from off the land, whither thou goest to possess it. You got Jake, we're in the most unhealthy state, all right? A cursing of vexation, all right? Curse shall be thy basket and thy store. We're not going to prosper, all right? Let's see, thou shalt betroth her wife, and another man shall sleep with her. All right. So hey, continue. You can read all these. These are all the curses that are put upon us. All right. But if you go to Deuteronomy 28 and 48, that's the one I'm going to use. All right. Deuteronomy 28 and 48. It reads. Let's go up. Bear with me. Let's see. Let's read up one. Verse 47, Deuteronomy 28 and verse 47. Deuteronomy 28 and 47. All right, it reads, because thou servest not the Lord thy power with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things. Verse 48, therefore, we'll go up here and read it. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. All right, and that's what's happening. Esau is destroying our people because now you're getting their doctrine. You're getting in their doctrines. You're going to end up taking the digital all. All right, because taking that digital all, all right, the mark of the beast, all right, which is the C hip, all right, the R to the F to the I to the D, C hip. All right, when you take that, really what you're doing is you're bowing down to Esau and accepting them as your God. All right. And that's all eventually what all these doctrines are going to lead you up to, all right? All these doctrines of the world of Esau, Edom, all right? Now, let's do something here. And he being the person that's enslaving you, all right, your enemy over you, Jake, all right, it says, he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck. Let's just look up yoke of iron. Oh, shit, what are we seeing? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This don't look like what they told you. There we go. There you go. Hey, there you go. Kunta Kinte. Alright. There you go. That's a yoke of iron. Alright. Here's another one. That's a yoke of iron, man. Okay? So, hey. There you go. Well, you put that up. Nope. That's a yoke of iron. And who are you seeing it on? So, hey. There you go. There's proof. Alright? And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. So, hey, that's the curses that have been put on us. Alright? Genesis 27:40 through 41. Alright? It reads... this is speaking of, this is the blessing, all right, that was given to Esau, all right, because Esau really wanted a blessing after, Jacob, all right, got his blessing. All right, Jacob's name was later changed to Israel, of course, just as Esau's was later changed to Edom. All right. Genesis 27:40 through 41. Of course, you can read the whole chapter if you want to get what really went down, the whole story. We're just grabbing this part. Showing you what Esau's blessing is. All right, verse 40. Actually, let's read up just one more above. We'll go to 38. All right, it said, this is Genesis 27:38. And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. All right, he was crying, please give me a blessing, please. Genesis 27:39. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth. All right, and you see these people, they're dwelling if you look up what fatness means, all right, if you go to Blue Letter, all right, if you look at we're gonna do it again, all right, so we can get it. I've done it before, but hey, it never hurts to bring it out once again. All right, this is Genesis 27:39. Let's look up what fatness means. All right, it means fertile. All right, the fatness. Okay.
Strong's H 4924. Mishman.
All right, Mishman. All right.
Second entry. Shemanim. Shemanim.
I knew that one had a second definition. I knew it was going to do that as soon as I did it. All right, but hey, it says fatness, fat piece, a fertile place. All right, richly prepared food. Okay, so hey, man. You don't see Jake dwelling in the fatness of the earth, fertile spots or places. If you look up a mansion, man, that's the fatness. All right, that's the fatness. Look at that. You don't see rocks or dirt. All right, look at this, man. That's the fat. You got lush waters. All right, you got the ocean. All right, or lakes. All right, you got very green grass that's very well taken care of. All right, you can actually grow things on the property. Try growing something in the grass or dirt that grows in the hood. Nothing's gonna grow. Nothing's gonna grow. It's gonna be it's gonna wither and die, all right, because they put a bunch of chemicals and poisons and all this shit, all right, into the airs and into the grass, all right, and a lot of time you don't even get grass in the hood. It's just mostly concrete. But if you do get grass, it's that fucking brown shit. It's like that brown crabgrass. It's like this shit. All right, a lot of you Jake know what I'm talking about. You go to the fucking park and it's just this shit, even darker than that sometimes. It's just all fucking dead. All right, the whole place just look dead. It's got big ass holes in it. All right, big ass holes. All right, like little spots, and dimples and dots. All right, that's what you get. All right, the grass don't even look good. Okay, that ain't fertile. You can't grow. Obviously you can't grow shit because the grass doesn't even want to grow. All right. Sure, you might get a little bit, but that wouldn't be the fatness of the earth. All right? But these people dwell in the fatness of the earth. Let's continue on. All right? And Isaac his father answered unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and the dew of heaven from above. It says, and by thy sword shalt thou live. And these people live by the sword. If you look up Edo-mites and their gun collections, holy shit, man. They got like 35, 45, not 35 is a low number. Hundreds of different guns, gun shelves, all right? They got automatic weapons, semi-automatic weapons, all right? Permits for machine guns, handguns, all right? Muskets, flintlock pistols, all right? Swords, knives, all right? Machetes, all right? All these different things, man. Okay, because we know that the modern day sword is the gun, but a lot of these people are collecting knives and swords and actual swords as well. Genesis 27:40, continuing on, and by the sword shalt thou live and serve thy brother, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. All right, because they were under us, but it came to a point. All right, during the Renaissance era, which if you look up what Renaissance mean, all right, what does Renaissance mean? I might have spelled that wrong. All right.
Renaissance.
All right, a revival. All right, a reawakening, the reemergence, a rebirth. All right, that's what it means. All right, so during the Renaissance, all right, because we know that the Dark Ages were called the Dark Age for the reason. All right, which when we were in rule. All right, and then eventually, Siege of Israel and all that came about, all right, and now they're in rule, all right, through all, war, again, through death and destruction and murder and lying, and, they eventually came about and rule again. Okay, Genesis 27:40, and by thy sword shalt thou live, and thou shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass that when thou shalt have dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. All right, so he was gonna break our yoke from off his neck when he has the dominion. So what does dominion mean? Dominion means, if they could just give me the fucking definition. All right, dominion. Sovereignty or control. So when they have the supremacy, all right, the sovereignty, the control, the superiority, and really they call themselves superior, but they're never superior. All right, all the rulership that they have has been given to them by Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Because really, these people can't tell their hand from their ass. All right, honestly, they're dumb people. It says that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck, and we know that they're doing that, and now they're in rule again. It says Genesis 27:41, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. All right, I hate that blessing that you gave me. All right, he hated it. All right, he was mad. All right, he wanted the blessing that Jacob got. All right, but hey, the Yahweh Shem Yahushai had this set up for a reason. All right, Esau was not meant to get that blessing. It says, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father at hand, then will I slay my brother Jacob. All right, so he wanted to kill us. All right, and then as you go on, it said in verse 42, it says, and these words of Esau, her elder son, were told to Rebekah, all right, their mother, and she sent out and called Jacob her younger son, and said unto him, behold, thy brother Jacob, as touching thee, doth comfort himself, proposing to kill thee. And she told him to run, all right, because she always loved Jacob, all right. She loved Jacob, all right, and Esau was Isaac's favorite son, all right, but she loved Jacob, okay. So hey, and you can continue on. All right, continue on. And it says, now therefore, my son, obey my voice and arise. Flee thou to Laban, my brother, to Haran, and tarry with him a few days until thy brother's fury turn away, until thy brother's anger turn away from thee, and he forget that which thou hast done to him. Then will I send and fetch thee from hence. Why should I be deprived also of you both in one day? So hey, you say, hey, why should both of my sons be gone in one day? So hey, there you go. There's the origin story. There you go, Edom. There's your origin story. All right, your villain arc. All right, your origin story. Like there's your that's your version of Batman's parents getting shot down. All right, by the people that were working for the Joker. That's your version. I'm gonna slay him. All right, got all mad and shit. All right, and hey, you still haven't stopped. You're still killing us, and still mad about it. All right, and still are taking us down with a sword. But hey, the Most High is gonna come up, and guess what? He's gonna mess you up, Esau. All right, he's gonna mess you up because we got the Lord on our side. You don't. All right, all you got is your puny little sword. All right, that ain't gonna do shit. Not against the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. That ain't gonna do a damn thing. All right, you can be up there with your gun. All right, the Most High could just look at you, and that thing could just fall into a million pieces. All right, and your flesh could melt off you. All right, just by looking at you if you wanted to do it. All right, omnipotent. All right, the Most High is omnipotent. All right, look that term up. Obadiah 1:10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. All right, what you've done and what you've done to us, all right, and are continuing to do to us is a heinous fucking act, Esau. It's heinous. It's wicked. All right, it's wrong. All right, and it's and the Most High hates you. All right, the Most High hates you. Let's grab that. Romans 9:13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. All right? One more time. Romans 9:13. As it is written, Jacob, all right, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right, the Israelites, as we know, Jacob's name was translated, not translated, but changed, it will translate, means same definition. Translate, changed into Israel, all right, who we are, the Israelites. That's why we're not called the Jacobites or the Esauites, or, we're not called the Esauites, but Esau is not called the Esauites, they're called the Edo-mites, just like we're not called the Jacobites, all right, we're called the Israelites because Jacob and Esau's names were changed, all right, Jacob went to Israel, Esau went to Edom. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated, okay, so the Most High loved us, and he hated Esau, all right, so cry a little bit about it, Esau, there's nothing you can do about it. Obadiah 1:10, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. You're going to be cut off forever, all right? After your 1,000 years, all right? Well, of course, you got a lot of you are going to perish, all right, during the destruction of Babylon the Great. Some of you are going to escape, all right? Well, so-called escape, all right? You might be in, your little spaceships or, and your little NASA, like your little SpaceX things. All right, you might be in a bunker somewhere or your nuclear submarine, but guess what? You're going to be the first ones to be going into slavery, all right? And you're going to serve all the Edomites, all right? You're going to serve 1,000 years, all right, in slavery, all right, as well as the other heathens, all right? You so-called Asians and Arabics and all that, all right? What the difference is, after the 1,000 years up, those heathens are going to go back into dwelling lands. We're going to be over them, all right, and ruling over them, and we'll have to heal them because they'll still be getting sick, and they won't be anywhere on the level of us, all right? They'll be under our rule, and they're going to like it, all right? You heathens don't really have to worry. Yeah, you're going to have the 1,000 years of slavery, but you're going to prefer it, all right, over Esau's rule, all right? It's when the wicked. Here, this is Proverbs 29:2 for you heathens, and I'm not siding with the heathens. I'm just saying you're gonna have it rough for a little bit, but you're not gonna have it like Esau is gonna have it. Proverbs 29:2, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. All right, and right now people are mourning because the wicked are in rule. All right, so when we're in rule, yes, you're gonna be in captivity, you heathen nations, for 1,000 years. But hey, you're still going to get it. Even then, it's still going to be better than Esau's captivity, and you're eventually going to go back in your dwelling places. And yes, we'll still be over you, but you're going to prefer us being over you than Esau Edom. Because guess what? When you get sick, we're going to heal you. All right? Not here, take this pill, and then it fucking, I don't know, makes you sprout like 3 fucking ears and an extra nose or some shit. It gives you fucking some crazy, your fucking asshole falls out or something. Some crazy shit. All right, it's not going to happen. That's all the modern medicine. All right, and there's another scripture. Physician of no value. All right, again, speaking on Esau's lies as well. Job 13:4. But ye are forgers of lies. You're all physicians of no value. Guess what? As Israelites, all right, are excellent healers. All right, you can tell that from one example. Just one example is the so-called Native Americans. All right, the Gadites. All right, excellent healers. They still use a lot of healing medicine. Well, some people do, and they don't use it in hospitals. But there's people out there that still practice Native American medicine, so-called Native American medicine. That's what they call it. All right, and hey, that stuff works. All right, they're herbalism. All right, that's something I'm getting into more now. All right, that stuff actually works. All right, I'll tell you what. If you drink some some teas that got I just did it recently actually. You put some ginger. All right, some lavender, some peppermint leaf. What else? Ginger, peppermint leaf, lavender, and you can put some turmeric in there if you like, some cinnamon, and you put that in there. All right, and brew it into a tea. That headache's gonna be going away. All right, I don't have a headache anymore. All right, it's gonna stay for a little bit. It's just like when you take like a pill. It takes a little bit to get into your bloodstream. All right, but then hey, it goes away. You don't even have to fucking take an ibuprofen. All right, I absolutely do not take ibuprofen. So I'm not trying to be say that I'm better than anybody. If you take an ibuprofen, hey, that's your thing. But I don't take them. I don't like them. I don't trust them. I don't like them. They feel dirty. All right, it just feels wrong. All right, to take. Personally, or again, don't be over righteous. I'm not saying that I am. I'm just saying that I just personally I prefer to either just wait it out, all right, and pray instead of taking, I don't know, because that ibuprofen fucking kills your kidneys, man. That shit's bad. It's got a whole bunch of bad shit in it. The acetaminophen, all right, that they specifically put in there, it kills your kidneys, all right. It kills your kidneys. So then there's plenty of herbal recipes, all right, that you can get. There's a bunch of books, all right, that you can get. Okay, I'm not going to go into it now. I made a lesson, and maybe, Lord willing, in the future I'll go into some more once I learn a bit more about some herbal healing. All right, maybe I'll I don't know, post a few recipes or something. I don't know. Of course, I have to try them before I put them out. Of course. But making tinctures and all these sorts of things. All right, they can't even heal you. We'll be able to heal you. All right. So you're going to be in a better state, all right, than you are under rule of Esau right now. All right, so yeah, you're gonna have to go into captivity and slavery. All right, yeah, Esau's going to as well, but it's not gonna. You heathens. It isn't gonna be as bad as Esau's, man. Esau's, they're gonna be. It's gonna be bad, man. Yours is gonna be pretty bad too. But hey, after that 1,000 years, man, hey, you won't be getting beat with rods and shit, with a big broken like a potter's vessel. All right, Numbers 35 and 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. And the person that's shedding all this blood is Esau, Edom. All right, Esau, Edom. All right. So hey, how is the land going to get cleansed? By your blood. All right, and by fire. Okay. 2 Maccabees 7 and 31, and you're not going to escape, Esau. 2 Maccabees 7 and 31, and thou that hast been the author of all mischief against the Hebrews shall not escape the hands of the Most High. Oh, we're going to go up in rocket ships. No, you ain't. We're going to go in submarines. Sure, you might. All right, you might go up in a rocket ship and orbit for a little bit or something. Guess what? It's not going to stop the Most High. All right? It says, once again, and thou that hast been the author of all mischief against the Hebrews shall not escape the hands of the Most High. You're not escaping. I don't care if you went to fucking Mars. All right? You're not escaping. All right, or under the water, or up in the sky, or in a rock, all right, or a steel door. It don't matter. You're not escaping. All right, you're not escaping. So worship your little Columbus figure while you still can, Esau. All right, enjoy your little Columbus Day. It's 6 p.m. right now. You don't have too much longer to do it. All right, in a couple minutes, it's actually going to be the next day. All right, Sabbath ends at like 6:11 or something like that. But hey, so technically that's when the day ends. But your day ends at 12 p.m. or whatever, 12 a.m. But technically the day's ending here in a few minutes, all right? It'll be tomorrow. So Amos 1:11, thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof. He's not going to turn away the punishment of your punishment, Esau. I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. All right? Most High kept his wrath forever. All right? And you got to realize, time's a lot faster for the Most High. All right? What you've done, it's only been a matter of minutes for him. All right? He's freshly, all right? He's freshly was crucified. All right? Freshly rose from the grave. All right, and you got to realize his wrath is burning. Could you imagine if someone tried to kill you yesterday? All right, or not even yesterday. All right, that's too long. Could you imagine if someone tried to kill you 5 minutes ago? All right, would you have calmed down and be like, oh, I'm fine now? No, you would not. You'd be pissed. You'd be trying to kill him. Would you not? All right, so hey, it's only been a couple minutes. We've only been here for a couple minutes. Our captivity has only been a couple minutes. All right. So hey, it's gonna be bad for you, man. His wrath is hot. All right, and Lord willing, I myself as well as you, diligent brothers and sisters out there, are part of the elect, and we can be up in those chariots watching this unfold, man, watching it unfold. Because we don't want to be no part down. All right, on what's going down with Esau on earth. All right, we want to be up in those chariots and watching, man, because it's gonna be bad. All right, Obadiah 1 and 4. Thou exalt thyself as an eagle. Slakia. Obadiah 1 and 4, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest, Slakia, among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. All right, and if you look at the eagle, All right. Who? Let's see if it'll come up on its own. No. Let's see. American eagle. Eagle. Here, check this out. Would you look at that? Eagle on coins. Let's see. Is it a Greek? You got the Greek coins that look just the same. Let's see. Let's look up a Roman coin. There was one of them that had an eagle on it as well. Look at that. Does that look familiar? Because we know who the Romans are. We know who the Romans are. Alright, you Edo-mites. Look at that. Does that look familiar? Very similar to the currency that's currently in place in America. Alright, can we get the one with the eagle on it? There you go. Ancient Rome. Look at that. Look at that. Seem familiar? Look at the way they have it over the top. Here, let's look this back. These look familiar, man? They're the same thing. They got it right above. Right above. Alright, look. Look. If we go... Let's find one. See if we can find one here. There you go. So, hey, man. You're uncovered, Esau. You're uncovered. Obadiah 1 and 4. And oh yeah, did we get the? I think we did, but we'll get it one more time. Presidential seal. Got the eagle on it, man. Obadiah 1 and 4. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thyself among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. And we know if we go up, it says, "Thus saith the Lord, the Lord our power concerning Edom." All right, so hey, we know it's speaking of Esau, Edom. Proverbs 29 and 2, and then we're going to close out. Proverbs 29 and 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. All right, so hey, better times to come, better times to come. All right, but hey, for now, Esau, go ahead and enjoy your Columbus Day. All right, go ahead and spread your lies. Hey, the Most High is going to let those lies be uncovered. All right, and He's going to put you people to death. You're going to be punished for the wickedness that you've done. All right, so hey, with that, Lord willing, I'm gonna close out. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone that taught me this truth and rule well. Shalom to you brothers and sisters out there. Keep enduring, keep the faith. Amen. We're almost out of here. Until the next one, Lord willing, Shalom.